Okay, Assalamualaikum and very good evening. Today we will learn about a new subtopic in chapter 5, which is 5.1.2, difference between directed and indirected graph. Okay, what is the difference between these two graphs? Okay, basically the easiest way to distinguish between these two graphs is directed graph is have a directions. Usually directed graph is have a directions, meanwhile indirect graph is no have directions. Okay, for example, in this picture we can see that there's no directions to going there. So but in here, in directed graph we have a directions. Okay, proceed. Okay, what is the difference between directed graph and undirected graph? Okay, directed graph is a graph in which direction is assigned to the edges connections connecting two vertices or vertex. Okay, a directed graph is a graph in which a direction is assigned to the edge connecting two vertices. Okay, directed graphs are usually used to represent the flow of a certain process. For example, okay, this is an example of the directed graph. Okay, we have two vertices. Okay, two vertices is, let's say, A and B. So the direction is in here, and this is our edges. Okay, for example, how do we relate this directed graph in our real life is, for example, the road maps, airlines, the road maps. For example, you want to go to Pulau Pinang, so there are certain way that you need to follow in order to arrive or to go to Pulau Pinang. So another example is airline networks, electric circuit, computer network, and organizations charts. So there's the use of directed graph. Okay, example here, can you see? Okay, diagram 1 shows a simple directed graph. Based on the directions of the arrows, it can be seen that for edge AB, okay, see this, for edge AB is the initial, A is the initial. Okay, for edge AB, A is the initial. You see the arrow is going up, right? So the initial point or initial vertex will be A. So A is the initial vertex, and B will be our terminal vertex or terminal dot. Okay, for edge of CB, okay, this one is CB. Okay, can you see CB? So the arrow is upward, right? So for edge CB, we know that will be our initial vertex, and then B will be our terminal vertex. Yeah. Okay, all vertices are connected in one direction only. So the vertices will connect it one direction only. There is no connection, two-way connection, just one connection. Okay, remember that. Next, okay, examples. Diagram shows a directed graph with a loop. Okay, this is how the directed graph work in loop and multiple of edges. Okay, diagram 2 shows a directed graph with a loop and multiple of edges. Based on the direction of the arrow, it can be seen that E4 for edge 4. Okay, you can see for edge 4, you see the arrow is going down, right? So P will be our initial vertex, and then R is our terminal vertex. Okay, for the E5 or edge 5 is R, the arrow will be upward, right? So R will be our initial point or initial vertex, and P is our terminal vertex. Okay, for E2 is, okay, you see E2 is in here. Okay, E2 is our loop QQ, right? QQ. So this means we start here and end up in here, right? So our initial vertex will be Q, and also Q also is known as our terminal vertex because E2 is a loop. Remember that. When loop, the points will be initial and terminal point or terminal vertex. Okay. And an indirect graph is a simple graph or a graph with loops and multiple edges drawn without any directions being assigned. So indirected graph is usually there's no directions to distinguish the indirect and directed graph. Okay, simple graph. Okay. Let's say for indirect graph. Okay, indirect graph, as you can see here, there is no signs, there is no arrow. But in here, we have a sign. We have a arrow. Okay. Okay, let's say V, our vertex is A, B, C, D, and A, B, C, D. Okay. Okay, for the edges will be A, B. Okay, for this one, for undirected graph is just use that A, B or B, A. Up to you, but actually we will take AB first. Okay, AB, and then for this one will be BA. We need to state the terminal, the initial point first. We need to state the initial point. Okay, we know that arrow is upward, right? For on AB, so B will be our initial point or initial vertex. So A will be our terminal vertex. And then for CA, okay, CA, this one will be AC, and then for the directed graph will be CA because the arrow is upward, so this one will be C will be our initial vertex and A will be our terminal vertex. Same goes with BC. BC, you just write BC, and then BC, this BC because the terminal at C and then the initial at B, so BC. For DC, D will be our initial and C will be our terminal. So that's how we distinguish between directed and directed graph in determine the set of E and V. Okay. Okay, the order of the vertices written is not important. Both pairs of vertices AB and BA represent the edge of AB. Okay, this is not important. AB, you may put BA or AB in this undirected graph, but in this you can't. You need to follow the arrow. Okay. Okay, see this. The order of vertices are written according to the direction of the edges. For BA and AB represent the different edges. Remember that. BA and AB, the different edges. But in here, in undirected graph, AB is equal to BA. Okay. Okay. For degree of A, in these two, okay, in this this undirected graph, okay, the degree of A means the how many edges that involve that A have. Okay, for this A we have 1, 2, so I have a 2. For B we also have 2, 1, 2. There are 2 edges. Degree of B is 2, and then for C we have 1, 2, and 3. So the degree will be 3, and then for D we have 1 only. D 1 only. Okay, so the sum of degree we just sum up, so we will get sum of degree is equal to 8. And then for directed graph, okay, directed graph, this special one will be we have special things which is directed. For directed graph we have in and out. For D in A means degree of edges that into A, which is going into A. So D in A means the number of edges going into vertex A, and then for D, so it will become 2 because 1, 2 in here. Okay, and then for the d out means the number of edges coming out vertex A. So coming out, which is coming out in vertex A, but there's no coming out in here, so we write just in 0. So the total, the degree of A will be, we just add 2 plus 0, so it will become 2, like that. And then for degree in B, okay, in B in here, okay, degree in means into, right? So into B there is no, we just out in here, so we just put 0. And then degree out B, out there are 1 and 2, we have 2 in here, right? Out to B, so we have 2. So the total of degree B will be 2. And then for C, okay, the vertex C, okay, in we have 1 and 2, into C 1 and 2, so we have 2. And then degree out of C, we will have 1 only, so this 1. So the total of degree C will be 2 plus 1, you get 3. Understand? Okay, for D, so D is D in, okay, D in there's no in, just out, so 0. And D out for degree out for D is 1, we just only add 1 here, so the total of degree D will be 1. So the sum of degree we just sum up, so we'll get the answer, just sum up this, and then the answer will be 8. So that's how we do it, how to write the directed and directed graph. Okay, next, the directed and directed graph in loops and multiple of edges. Okay, let's say we have a graph PQRST V. Okay, E is an edges. Okay, PT, like usual, like we learned previous chapter, subtopic, sorry. When this one is PQ ever sign, right? So we start from TP, not PT. Okay, this one we start at any PT or TP, but in here we need to start with TP because we have a sign or arrow in here. Okay, so we start at TP, PQ, and then this will become PQ. We start at P and then at Q, QR. This is a what? Multiple of edges, QR and QR, and still QR. But in here, okay, a directed graph QR, right? After that we have sign in here, we have a row in here, edges in here from R to Q, so will be RQ. This will be QR because we have a multiple of edges. Okay, this multiple of edges have a sign, right? This one, so we start at R, so RQ, and at Q, so it will be RQ. Okay, see the arrow, and then for the QS, this QS here, QS and QS, there is no QS, so SQ, we start as S, we start at S, so SQ. And then this ST, after that ST, we start at T, so TS. And loop, this one is TT, right? So just start TT. So that's how we do it. Okay, for degree of P, 1, 2. Degree in P, 1, we just have 1 in here. Degree out P, we just have 1. So the total of degree of P will be 2. Degree of Q, in here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4. And then degree in Q, okay, in 1, 2, 3. So we have 3. And degree of out Q, we have 1 here. So the total of degree of Q will be, we just add, and we will get 4, like that. And then for the degree of R in undirected graph, okay, R in here, degree of R, we just one, we have 1, 2. Okay, for this one, degree in of R, in we have 1 only, and out we have 1 only. So the total of degree of R, it will be 2. Okay, for the degree of S in here, we have 1, 2, and then degree or in of S, we have 1 only, and then degree out of S, we have 1 also only. So the total of degree of S will get 2. So degree of T, we have loop in here, so we have 1, we have 4, sorry, degree of T we have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, in loop in undirected graph, if loop we count as 2, okay, so 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, so we get 4 in here. And then for the degree in T, okay, in T we have 1 only, because we have loop in here. Okay, we out and come back, come in, so we get 1 only. And then degree of out, we have 1 out, 1 out, 1 out, so we have 3. So the total of degree T will be 4. So the total of sum of degree, we just add all of degree in each vertex, so we will get 14. And then for this, we use a formula in order to get the sum of degree. We have formula, right? 2 times the number of edges, which is we have 7 edges in here, so we just multiply with 2, we will get 14. And then for this one, we just sum up, so we will get 14 also. We will get 14 also in here. Okay, this is how we do it for indirect and directed graph. Thank you.